Given contemporary climate changes, stormwater drainage systems in Pinagbuhatan have evolved into deterministic systems. According to the researchers' chosen subject, this device removes excess water caused by severe rains, which disturbs daily life. Issues might emerge when a system is not adequately maintained, particularly when system pipes or covers become clogged. This reduces the effectiveness of the system. According to the researcher, the subjects of this study include experimental examination of blockage on storm connection and the relationship between system efficacy and blockage parameters.
Statement of the purpose number 1. Like frequently clogging of drainages canals is one of the problems causes flood in Barangay Pinagbuhatan. 2. Determining the sources of waste that causes the environmental problem to human health in Barangay Pinagbuhatan. 3. Finding the consequences of clogged drainages canals to an environmental hazard and human health.
The researcher focused on the negative effects of clogged drains on the environment and residents of Pinagbuhatan, Pasig City. The target subjects of the researchers are the environment and residents of Pinagbuhatan, Pasig City. The research will be conducted between the year of 2022 and 2023. The research will conduct in Pinagbuhatan area. The research will be conducted by interviewing residents who live close to canals and barangay officials and surveying about the quality of their lives. To educate people about the negative effects of their surroundings and to identify the variables affecting Pinagbuhatan Pasig City residents and environment. With the help of our practical research teacher and STEM students' observations of the detrimental impact of obstructed drainage on the Pinagbuhatan villagers, this study was carried out. Only those residents in Pinagbuhatan who live close to a canal were included in this study. The absence of other individuals indicates that they are beyond the scope of our objective subject.
Significance of the study. Beneficiary 1, residents residing in Barangay Pinagbuhatan. Beneficiary 2, Barangay Pinagbuhatan employee. Beneficiary 3, healthcare clinics and their workers in Barangay Pinagbuhatan. Beneficiary 4, garbage collectors in Barangay Pinagbuhatan. Beneficiary 5, the Green Police of Barangay Pinagbuhatan.
According to Gavoy 2014, population growth causes an increase in waste, which causes concern for the government. Some issues influencing service quality include rapid population expansion and a shortage of resources. Plans and strategies influence support, minimal involvement of the private sector, inefficiencies, and a lack of community knowledge have led to poor waste management. Poor communities are underserved in cities, municipalities, and rural areas, and the trash is not regularly collected, SEPA 2017. This is one probable explanation for people who have an excessive amount of waste decided to improperly dispose of it by burning, dumping it in the open, or leaving it on the ground. These activities can result in pollution and fires that are dangerous to people's health and lives. Coracero et 2021. People are the primary cause of today's rubbish, which leads to inefficient waste management, including non-existent collection techniques and ineffective disposal, which pollutes the air, water, and soil. Open unsanitary landfills can also transmit disease and infect individuals by poisoning the drinking water source. Pure waste management can occur everywhere in the country due to a variety of factors, including a rapidly growing population, the freedom to dispose of waste whenever one wishes, public awareness, insufficient funding, and a lack of acceptable equipment. Lack of public awareness, or more particularly a lack of understanding inside enterprises and poor attitudes, is one of the primary causes of inadequate waste management. When something has served its purpose no longer, it is frequently disposed of carelessly. For businesses, this may be a major problem. It might be challenging to put into practice a truly efficient waste management strategy if there is a lack of waste management equipment, such as balers and compactors. Solid waste production rises because of the expanding population, endangering the environment severely. Littering has become ingrained in society because of carelessness and laziness. People toss trash anywhere out of carelessness and without considering the effects of their acts. Many people are unaware of or underrate the damaging effects that trash has on the environment.
The researchers use case studies because they provide a complete investigation of a specific case. Case study examines the evolution of a specific individual, group, or circumstance over time, with the researchers taking into account waste mismanagement, a lack of investment in waste management, and a lack of suitable waste management awareness. The case study is so essentially conforms to the issue chosen by the researcher because it focuses on a specific individual who scattered the rubbish around and neglected to manage it appropriately. The researchers also considered public awareness, because if people are uninformed of the potential effects of bad waste management, they will continue to discard trash wherever they want and ignore effective waste management. As a result, the case study is the research design that best suits the subject chosen by the researchers.
According to Prita Bandari, a population is the entire group that you want to draw a conclusion about. So therefore, a population of the interest or parameter of the interest is the residents of Pinagbuhatan since they are basically target subjects and mainly the reason why we're conducting this, while the sample or sample size is the specific group that you will collect data from. So basically, our sample size is the 10 residents selected from Pinagbuhatan and Beach Street. While the sampling method is they use the purposive sampling technique since they select those with rich experience or interest about their study and they use the questionnaire as their research instrument.
Methodology. Step 1. In order to collect the information from the respondents, the researcher must first select whether to conduct a survey or an interview or observation. Then, the researcher has chosen to conduct a survey wherein they printed the questionnaires in a sheet of paper to be given to the respondents to gather the information. The researcher would next select the respondents of Pinagbuhatan in Pasig City and focuses on 10 families that live close to the clogged drainages after deciding which direction to go. Furthermore, the researcher have chosen their 3 scientists to work with them. After that, the researcher began to create their questions for their survey. Step 2. After deciding on all the requirements, the researcher got to work on a letter of data collection that would be given to Ma'am Jonalyn G. Ernie. After receiving Ma'am Ernie's clearance, the researcher started to conduct the research at Pinagbuhatan, Pasig City. Then, step number 3, the researcher began interviewing their 3 scientists for their survey. Step number 4, after compiling all the data and following the advice of the selected scientists, the researchers started to survey 10 families in Pinagbuhatan who reside close to in the drainages. And lastly, step number 5, the researcher records the information after collecting all the information from their respondents.